So today would have been Hulk Hogan's 72nd birthday on August 11th, but he recently passed away. And you guys know I was a big Hulk Hogan fan. I still am a big Hulk Hogan fan. Hulkamania will indeed live forever, at least in my heart and in my household. But I thought it would be fun to take a look at a ROM hack save for N64 wrestling games, the base game being WrestleMania 2000, that pretty much encapsulates the rise of Hulkamania from like 89 to 92. Now, the base of this ROM hack is something that I actually covered in my Art of N64 Wrestling Games book, link in the description box down below. Be sure to pick that up if you haven't yet. But the base of this game is a ROM hack called WrestleMania X. This is the WrestleMania X SK edition, which has some additional tweaks from the one that I covered in my book, but the premise of it is the same. It's the new generation era of the WWF that is the focus of that. It has appropriate move sets, it has imported faces and stuff like that, and it works on an EverDrive or on an emulator. So it's one of those good ROM hacks where you don't have to have additional textures. They are baked into the game itself. Well, this is a save file for WrestleMania X SK edition that popped up on Reddit, and it's absolutely incredible. I'll have a link to it in the description box down below to the Reddit post. Now, as far as getting this game to run on an EverDrive, you simply download the files that are in the Reddit post, and the save file for the game will be a .sra format. You'll want to change that to .srm for an EverDrive. Then you simply put that save into your EverDrive save file and make sure it has the same name as the ROM hack, which it should right off the bat, but just double check, and then it'll work. Project 64, you got to do something a little bit different. Essentially, you have to download the game, start up the game, and it'll create a WrestleMania X SK save file in your Project 64 save folder. You'll want to override that with a ROM save that my buddy Sean O'Connor has figured out to make it work on the Project 64. It sounds kind of complicated, but it is very easy. You're essentially just booting up the game and then overriding the save file to make it work. I'll have a link to Sean's video in the description box down below. Go show him some love. He's doing some excellent wrestling content. But I want to show this off because I think this is just awesome, you know? Now, obviously, since the base of this game is the new generation, you have some like stuff like Raw, Royal Rumble, King of the Ring. This is just a save file. That's all this is, where the person changed up and basically created wrestlers with the creator wrestler system. But some of these are just so incredible that I'm just blown away by the creativity. And a lot of these arenas, like a WrestleMania arena, a SummerSlam, Survivor Series, you can do those as like golden age sort of stuff here. So let's get into the roster itself. And you can see here we have Hulk Hogan and we have various attires here. So the WrestleMania 9 attire here. Rip, this is Hogan from No Holds Barred, and this is Hogan. This is Rip. Like, this is Rip's attire. And you're going to see some of these attires. Like, this is Crush's face on Brutus Beefcake, and it works so well. So like the Hogan face was imported. That's an actual face. This is a created wrestler. And you could see like classic attire, Mega Maniacs attire, you know, real throwback attire. Macho Man looking super good. Various attires here. Zeus, like this looks incredible. This Zeus looks absolutely awesome. And then you have when he busts in and No Holds Barred, when he busts into the bar. We got Andre looking good. Various attires, various areas. $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Now, he is in the base game of this, so that is an imported face. Same with Big Boss Man. Got a little Ray trailer going on there. Akeem the African Dream. Now, this is actually just a created wrestler. And, like, it looks amazing. Like, this is actually my favorite. I like the yellow. But they also have a one-man gang edition in here as well. And this is a huge roster, so this video is going to be super long, and I'm just going to be, like, talking about this stuff in great depth. Ultimate Warrior. This is actually a created wrestler, by the way, because if you look at the attire close up, it's not exactly, like, normal Warrior stuff, but, you know, just an incredible job done here. The Ultimate Maniacs there. Ravishing Rick Rude. Now, this was a wrestler that was available in the base game, along with Earthquake. We got the Dookie Brown Earthquake, too. That's one of my favorites. Dino Bravo. This is a created wrestler. R.I.P. Dino Bravo. RIP a lot of these guys, man. I don't know. Dino Bravo, nobody ever says RIP to him because it was a Mafia hit. We got Mr. Perfect. His face was in the game, in the base game of this. The Genius, Leapin' Lanny Poffo, Going Boffo. Bret the Hitman Hart, his face was included in the original game. Jim the Anvil Neidhart is in the game as well. And then we've got Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. A really good Dusty Rhodes creator wrestler. This is probably one of the crazier ones here. That's not the Honky Tonk Man. That's a created wrestler. Looks so good, I think. Looks absolutely amazing. That's kind of the honky I remember. Jake the Snake Roberts. This is a in-game wrestler. Same with the model. Rick Martel. Great theme song, by the way. Roddy Piper. Some different eras of Piper there. He was in the original game. Bad News Brown was not in the original game. Very well done, Bad News Brown. Shawn Michaels. Got some cool rockers style attires here, along with Party Marty Jannetty. Looks great as well. The Red Rooster. Got a little Terry Taylor going on here. The Brooklyn Brawler, who is in the base game. Greg the Hammer Valentine. That's a created wrestler. We got the Rhythm and Blues. Rhythm and Blues Valentine there. I like that. Haku. We got King Haku as well. Haku! I always loved how Vince McMahon would say his name when doing the Royal Rumbles. Haku! Like, calm down, dude. We got Crush, who is in the base game. Various versions of Crush. I know you're saying, why'd you skip over Axe? Hold on, he's in here. So Smash was in the game, but Axe wasn't in the base game because Axe was actually gone by the New Generation era. So, yeah, I mean, you got a little created Axe there. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Ho! That's a created wrestler, actually. Sergeant Slaughter. Various Slaughter attires. You got Taker, of course. He was in the base game, but some really good stuff here. Texas Tornado. I think this is a great created wrestler. And most of these wrestlers do have, like, their accurate movesets. Texas Tornado does not. I hope that could maybe be adjusted because his moveset sucks. But, like, everyone else seems pretty good. The Warlord was kind of off, too. And Paul Roma, I noticed. I played this game a lot. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, that's a created wrestler. Brian Knobbs and Jerry Sags, these are also created. But, like, they look so good, dude. They look so good. Of course, you got Hawk. You've got Animal. You've got Nails. If you want to do a little Boss Man and Nails. Damian Demento as well. Boss Man. Paul Roma, little power and glory here with Hercules. But, like, these just look all so good to me. Like, I am so impressed with just how good a lot of these created wrestlers came out, because I think they're almost as good to, like, a certain degree as, like, if they were in the base game. Like Tugboat, you've got Typhoon. That's the mountain. I'm a mountain. You got Sid. Psycho Sid. Got Flair. Flair looks really good, too. British Bulldog. Various British Bulldogs. That's kind of like the Braid era, I feel. And then you got Davey Boy Smith. And even Dynamite Kid, which is super cool, I think. Tatanka. Various attires for Tatanka, who is in the base game. IRS is also in the base game. Papa Shango. Base game. But the Kama looks pretty cool. I like that Kama the best. I think that's Kama I remember. The Warlord, looking good. Also have a Powers of Pain Warlord in there. The Barbarian looking good. Also have a Powers of Pain Barbarian. The Beverly Brothers, like, that's a John Laurinaitis face. But, like, if you know the Beverly Brothers, like, that's super well done. You got Jacques Rougeau. You got Raymond Rougeau for Blake Beverly. And then you've got Scott Steiner, Rick Steiner, Steiner Brothers. Some good stuff there. Those are createds, by the way. Those are not in games. I didn't show all the attires for him. You have the Narcissist, Lex Luger, and then you have Lex Luger. That's the USS Intrepid Luger there with the body slam. You got Owen Hart, King of Hearts, and then High Energy. You got an updated Shawn Michaels as well, the Heartbreak Kid. That's such a good attire. The rock glasses with the see-through net shirt, so good. You got Razor Ramon, the bad guy. And then you have these special attractions with King Kong Bundy, Adrian Adonis. I don't think Bundy has any different. Oh, yeah, I guess he does. Adrian Adonis, kind of a weird inclusion there. I mean, it's fine. I don't know. I never wanted to play as Adrian Adonis. Kamala, you know, it works. Mr. Fuji, Powers of Pain, Fuji, and Bob Backlund. And then you have some managers here. These were included in the original SK edition of this game. Bobby the Brain Heenan, Paul Bearer. Oh, yes, my Undertaker. Sensational Sherry. That's a really good face for her. Like, that face looks like an HD face. Jim Cornette. I'm not a fan of Cornette. I got Afa. Got Evil Doink. And Alundra Blaze. And I know what you're saying, well, why are they under managers? It's because they're under managers in the base game. So, you couldn't really change that. We're going to do Hogan as Rip versus Zeus. I want to do some good old freaking fun. Oh, hard. No, let's do normal. You got to make sure I win here, pal. Some classic stuff here, some classic no holds barred. Now, some wrestlers do have their entrance themes and stuff like that. Some do not. Obviously, the ROM hack save, the ROM hack itself does have Titantrons, and it has wrestlers music, but the created wrestlers don't, because it's just not in the game. It wasn't imported in the game. But they even did like the shirt with this, the blue and white shirt, which I think is super cool here. So we got Hogan looking extra hot doggy, much like on this shirt that I'm wearing. And then we have Zeus. We should have done a cage match, but it does have a blue cage in the game, by the way. You would know that if you watch my video. You got the Macho King, Randy Savage, bringing him out to ringside because obviously they were connected. Kind of a cool Zeus attire there. He had that weird puffy thing on in the actual WWE. So nice to see that here. And then you can see like the game itself. It's a normal game. What are my buttons here? I'm using a weird controller, so I'm not familiar with my buttons. And there's a lot of banging going on outside of my house. They're doing something with a transformer outside, so I don't know if it's getting picked up on the microphone, but it is annoying as shit. But as you can see, like, that's a pretty good Zeus moveset. Like, it's pretty much just strikes, chokes, all sorts of nonsense that he has, because, I mean, he couldn't really wrestle. And then Hogan's moveset is, of course, in the game. Like I said, my one thing that I would change is I hope that the guy, like, can go back and change some of the movesets. Like, Texas Tornado, like, he should have the spinning discus punch as his punch, but he doesn't. For like his finisher is like, I think it was an Enziguri or something. Warlord didn't have the whatchamacallit, the master lock, the what the hell do you call the thing where you put the arms behind the head? I don't know. We'll just call it a master lock. You know what I'm talking about, though. So there's a little few things like that here and there. But overall, like, this is just so much fun. And the fact that you can have like arenas like Superstars and stuff that kind of are indicative of the era, like, I think it just makes it really cool and really special. Like, this is an amazing save, and like the dude who did it like deserves all the credit in the world. He's actually updated the new generation as well. It's in the same Reddit post if you want to check that out as well. But I just wanted to show this off, man, because I think this is so cool. I think they did such a good job, and it feels appropriate to, celebrate this Hulkamania ROM hack, or ROM hack save, I should say, on Hogan's birthday. So let me know if you plan on checking this out. Like I said, it's not, I know it probably sounded a little bit complicated to set it up. If you want it on an EverDrive, you download the files, you change the save file to .sra to .srm, boom, you're done. If you want to play it on Project 64, download Sean O'Connor's save file hack. And then to make it work on Project 64, put that in your saves, boot up the game once, and then overwrite that save with Sean's save. And then you're done. Like, it takes just a few minutes. But let me know what you think of this ROM hack in the comment section down below. We're taking out Zeus here. Zeus. Zeus was awesome, dude. As a kid, I thought Zeus was amazing. I have the 4-pack as well. that they did kind of for No Holds Barred, where it had Elizabeth, Sherry, Zeus, and Hogan as Rip. I think that was such a cool 4-pack that Mattel did with the retros. Let me know what you think of this, though. Like I said in the comment section. You know what? We're going to hit him with it. Ah! No sell that, bitch. That's the 3. 1, 2. Ah! You son of a bitch, Zeus. How dare you? And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. Be sure to check out the book in the comments or in the description box down below as well. Make sure you pick that up, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.